Anime is not merely a colloquialism to describe a Japanese cartoon. If you bought into this corporate-funded lie, I'm here to tell you that the truth bomb I'm about to drop is exposing a plan to initiate a dystopia on a worldwide scale. Now, I'm not racist, but it seems that Japs found the perfect weapon to use against us and potentially destroy our country from the inside out. A word constructed with English letters that doesn't have a concrete meaning everyone understands. It's a verbal Trojan horse that will initiate discourse, riots, and cyber wars between various factions, and the Illuminati alien reptilians will seize control in the midst of the chaos. Hello, I'm Ningen Jones from FactSeekers.com, and today we're going to be educating the people as to what anime truly is, in order to hopefully avoid Orwell's nightmare. But God help us all if Soros is behind it. Seeing as I'm a journalist for FactSeekers, I'm frequently busy, but I have taken some time out of my loaded schedule to sample a few of these anime to try and explain the connections I found that no doubt shape these eccentric Japanese cartoons as we know them. As you can see here, this is JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, a show about muscular men fighting. A clear homage to the unfortunately long-gone neo-masculine days of old, when men were real men instead of being liberal cucks like they are now. In any case, I had heard from a couple sources that anime such as Dragon Ball Z contained ridiculously long fight scenes and stuff like that, so this seemed fairly standard for the genre. And on a side note, it was hella awesome! Joseph is best to JoJo. However, I came across another anime on my search, and this is where the cultural Marxist agenda starts becoming blatant. Lucky Star. Ignoring the obvious SJW pandering, what with a bloated number of female characters and diverse hair colors just like those feminists, I can't believe how painfully generic this show is. Or so I heard from my sources, a few scientists, who said, quote, "Vapid cute girl anime are everywhere. They're all literally the same." Well, shit. I watched 3 episodes of the English dub, and I somehow completely understand and agree with this notion. Clearly, when comparing JoJo to Lucky Star, the anime industry has gone from one end of the spectrum to the other, and Hirohiko Araki and the concept of anime are on their deathbeds. What's funny about referencing a bunch of anime when it is an anime anyway? Isn't that a bit hypocritical? How about come up with some original content, Code Lyoko Animation? Sorry. But it's objectively true that references are the lowest bar when it comes to comedy, because the scientists told me so. So based on the standard of quality that you can't dispute, it paints a horrifically grim future for anime as a whole. However, the show was very well produced, and it seemed to have a lot of effort put into it. But the anime industry is clearly on an uncontrollable downward spiral if we have this kind of garbage moe shit being made nowadays. I learned that word from Reddit! So, what have we gathered so far? Well, 2 anime exist. One is good, and the other is bad. You should have painted a full picture of what anime is made of at this point, and established a through line of the inner mechanisms of the genre throughout history. Let's attempt to work off of this great base we built and take the next logical step. In the current year, what is wrong with the genre of anime? And what can be done to fix it to stop the evil Jews, bad Illuminati people? Sorry, I took an extended coffee break before writing this section. Not because I don't care or anything, but because I needed to psych myself up before laying waste to the evil Japs and exposing that conspiracy that I really care about. Okay? Okay. So. What's this? Oh. I received some more data from the scientists. It seems that anime has a lot of tits. Neither of the 2 shows I discussed previously suffer from this, and I don't have any specific examples of how fanservice has affected anime production on a broad scale, but trust me, it's everywhere. I saw a meme on Twitter that parodied this notion, so how can it be wrong? You want me to actually watch these obviously trashy otaku bait lowest common denominator shows? Well, if you ask me, confirming whether they're good or not isn't what's important. I'm sure none of them could possibly be fun in the slightest because I'm a rational, smart man looking to be intellectually challenged. Not because I'm gay. So I would rather like to call attention to how they affect the industry, because I know how these things work. Let's face it, they're obviously doing it for the money. They don't care if their show is high art, which is a totally legitimate, quantifiable, objective standard that all media should strive to be, or they're worthless. All they do is pander to the degenerates of society, like they're providing them with a safe space. Ugh, disgusting. By the way, just a reminder, don't forget to check out FactSeekers' merch page, where you can grab all the dopest swag to trigger those libtards and weebs. Get your "Hitler totally had some good ideas, guys" mug today. Anyway, it's obvious that lowbrow schlock is everywhere. Just look at the seasonal charts on Mal. There's like 20, or 10, or 5, 3, or 1, I guess. Uh, why aren't the scientists backing me up here? Fan service is everywhere, guys. Any number of it is bad, because it dilutes anime as a genre. Ooh, dodged a bullet. Moving on. To expand on this point, anyone else notice how there are a lot of bad anime? Yeah, you know it. To my knowledge, and by that I mean based off of my anime list forums, the last great anime created was Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, and everything since then just hasn't lived up. I agree that the show is objectively good, even though I haven't seen it yet. So maybe the anime industry should try to make every anime be like Brotherhood. Then, maybe the genre can be taken seriously. Because I mean, it's hyped up by so many people, and it's not that special aside from Brotherhood. Where am I going to get the massive, epic, high-quality stories that anime is supposed to be known for and should always try to deliver? It's because of this that I get mad whenever I see the cancerous anime fanbase shoving their opinions down everyone's throats, as well as being generally annoying. Seriously guys, the internet is not a place to post your opinions. That shit goes in your diary. Whenever fans are passionate about something to a degree I consider cringe, I will talk down to them and criticize their lifestyle choices. Not because I think they're inferior to me or anything, but seriously, look at this weeb on a cringe compilation.
I wasn't looking or anything. I just happened to be walking by. It'd be creepy to know where you live. Stupid!
Wow, I can't believe what anime is doing to everyone. Anime fandom has gone too far, and you can't disagree in the face of this, can you? This kind of activity is relegated only to anime fans, probably because it's borrowing from a weird foreign culture. I'm not racist, I swear. And if these people ever try to defend themselves, why can't they realize it's just my opinion, that they're scumfuck degenerates of society who should kill themselves? It's like they're trying to project that they're superior to me because they like a cartoon. Sorry, weeb, but it's my opinion, so fuck off. I think I've sufficiently dived deep enough into anime culture at this point. What I'm ultimately getting to is simply explaining how the Japanese are possibly mind-controlling our people to enjoy something that is bad for them, weakening our cultural and physical consciousness as they slowly but surely take over the greatest country on earth by turning everyone into weeaboos. That's right, we'll all become so enamored with another culture that we ignore the pride for our own perfect United States of America. And what happens as a result? Yep, we forget about the Declaration of Independence. Poof. The Bill of Rights. Poof. And all our freedoms as individuals. Poof. Only to become slaves to the Japanese overlords as they put us in death camps. I've seen the signs of this global overhaul emerging recently. In the new anime Gamers, they reference PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds as well as Counter-Strike Global Offensive, two very popular video games in the West. They're trying to give our culture a nod. Cheeky bastards. We won't fall for it. They're just trying to pretend to be inclusive to Americans, when they're actually appropriating our culture, eventually wiping away our individuality to prepare the next Holocaust. So here's what I propose. Another bomb! What I meant to say was, we fight fire with fire, or more accurately, cultural Marxism with cultural Marxism. We just need to steal all the anime away from them, and adopt it as a part of our culture. Netflix, I call on you. Please, buy every anime property that ever existed and sanction it off so no one else can take them away. Make shitty movies off of all of them. Dub them horribly. I don't care if it can prevent the apocalypse. We need to stop them from polluting our American ideals with a twisted, different perspective on the world. We must Americanize them as much as possible, make it illegal to watch the original versions, and ensure that everyone knows exactly what they're getting out of every anime, which should be, say it after me, well-told stories. I'm certain everyone is sick and tired of going from this to this, and this folly will be ceased. How? I'm glad you asked. Sign the petition!